welcome to my YouTube channel. So today we are building a house in Tartosa, and this is actually for my Super Sim challenge. And basically what that means is you want to complete pretty much, like, I don't know how to explain it, but like basically you want to do like every aspiration, um max all of the skills, I guess, like max all of the careers as well, and just like a bunch of different stuff, I guess, and like get all of the traits unlocked and stuff like that. So yeah, it's a very, I guess, like basically, obviously this would take you a while. And of course, like when they add new things to the game, like that can definitely suck. So like for example, adventure awaits come with formative moments and you can only do those when you're a child. So like obviously that's just going to be like very annoying because it's just like, well, I'm a teenager. I can't do the formative moments. You can buy them with aspiration points though, or satisfaction points, and they're only 100 satisfaction points each. So I guess it's not that bad, but if you actually wanted to earn it, then it is. I guess one way you could look at it is you could just, I guess, kind of maybe ignore that. And then I guess if your sim like gets too old, I feel like they probably wouldn't though, because like if you max, or not max, but I think if you actually do max the fitness skill, you do get a longer, I guess, like your lifespan is a little bit longer. And then if you complete the bodybuilder aspiration, I think your life gets a little bit longer as well. But yeah, basically, I guess if your sim dies, you could play with them as a ghost, and then you could rebirth them, and then you could just make them a child again, and then you could do the formative moments that way, I suppose. But I guess that's like a good reason. Like, I love life and death so much. I think the rebirthing feature is so cool. I still haven't had a chance to do it yet, but it will come eventually. I feel like right now is just the time where you really want to play your Sims, especially like with the sale that anyways, I don't know. But yikes. I'm just hoping that, cuz like, do they really care about The Sims 4? Like, do they really? I don't know. And I don't know. Like, this is literally the only game that I love. But in this build, I'm using a lot of for rent, and you may be wondering, like, oh, why are you using a lot of rent? Well, at this point, when I was recording this is like when I resetted my Sims 4 folder, so for rent basically reinstalled, which I didn't think would happen because I don't know, like, one, I uninstalled it. Like, I literally deleted that file, so like it would uninstall, but resetting my Sims 4 folder for some reason reinstalled it. Like, I don't know, like me, like it reinstalling just confuses me because if that's the case, you would have thought like I uninstalled everything pretty much. I don't know. It's just like I didn't see it install, but it did. So I was like, you know what? It's fine. I did pay $40 for this pack. I can at least use the build stuff and the creative some stuff and the world, but I'm never going to touch residential rentals. And yeah, that's, I just don't trust it. I will say, like, I seen Simsy say that this only happens if you have 15 to 20 residential rentals, and like why would you have that much? But like that's just not true. Like it happened to people who had way less. Like I'm scared to even go on a residential rental lot. Like obviously there's those ones that are in Tommering. Like I don't even want to go there. I don't even want to like go to manage worlds there and like, I don't know, delete it. Like I don't want to. But yeah, like that's just not true. Cause yeah, it happened to people who only had two residential rentals. And also like usually like when I play with the household, I don't delete their home. I don't delete the lot. I don't delete everything that's in it. It just stays there in the background and someone else may move in to that old house. And I think like obviously if you play like, if you have just like a big save where you played a lot of generations, like of course over time the residential rental number is going to go up, but also you can have 99 residential rentals in a save. So yeah, like we should be able to have 20 residential rentals in a save, obviously. We shouldn't have to like restrict ourselves in some way for our save not to be or for our save not to become corrupted. And obviously, for rent just helps that problem or the corruption issues to happen faster. So yeah, it's like also with the base game as well, but obviously for rent just speeds up the process, which if you do not have for rent, please don't buy it. Just please don't. I know I'm using it in this build, so maybe that seems very hypocritical, I guess. And like in some way you might think, oh well, you're using it in your build, so you're promoting it, but like that's not really what I'm trying to do. It's just again, like I paid for this pack, so I feel like I should be able to use it, and I should. Like I paid $40. I may as well use it. But yeah, I just yeah, I don't know. I don't want you to risk losing your save over this. And then like also Verint just has like some annoying bugs. Cause like if you wanted to do like a rags to riches basically and build yourself like a residential rental, and obviously like you were the landlord and you wanted to build over time, if you like have I don't even think if it's like even if you do have no Sims living there in the rental, I think like in build mode, if you try to like if you already have it separated into units, I think if you like were to try to build a roof or add a flooring, there's like this expanded to ops thing that pops up and it doesn't let you build the roof or add the floor. You have to do it for manage worlds. And I just find that super annoying. Like, why do I have to go to manage worlds to build? That is just the most annoying thing ever. So I don't like that. And then there seems to be a bug with the inventory. I think like it disappears if you go to like edit through manage worlds, I think. I think just because I know I had this issue with my keepsake box. Actually, I think it might have been like even with the bookshelves and like the toy boxes. And I'm pretty sure at that time I didn't have for rent installed and that lot wasn't a residential rental, of course. So like it may not even be, but it's listed under residential rentals, like it's listed under the for rent expansion pack. But I can't remember if I had for rent installed. But even then, like it wasn't a residential rental, so I don't know why that happened. But basically, everything in my keepsake box was gone. It was missing. Even my fish tank, there was no fishes in the fish tank. Everything was missing from the bookshelves and the toy boxes. I don't think I checked the fridge. If I did, I think it still have food in it, I think. I don't know, I don't remember. And then also, I don't know though. I'm trying to think like what could it be? Like could that also be the case for small businesses cuz my sim does have a small business on her home lot. But again, I don't even know if for rent or small oh my gosh. I don't even know um if businesses and hobbies was out yet. I don't know. I would have to check. I'm pretty sure I posted about it on Blue Sky or I complained about it, so I guess I can like check the date. But and just like compare things cuz I probably also mentioned me like uninstalling for rent. Like I probably talked about it, so I can like check that date and stuff. But yeah, this was kind of like a very weird build just because like obviously I didn't have enough money, so I did have to come back when I earned enough money to like keep on building. So like this is one of the builds where I was like, oh, should I record this or should I not record it? Because, like I just it's going to be weird where I kind of like I don't know, but we got there in the end, I guess. Obviously there are some spaces that could be more cluttered up, but I think it's a decent house and a decent size. And also, like, when the toddler grows up to be a child, I'll probably build a new house just because, I don't know, we could probably use like a bigger lot. And also, I guess, like, this isn't my favorite. I was going for a green and yellow color scheme because I thought, you know what, that is so cute. Like, that's beautiful. That's cute. I like that. But yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about the toddler's room because I was still trying to go for that color scheme of yellow and green. But I just don't know. And then like the wallpaper choices, I don't know how I feel about it. But we have a greenhouse in the back. And for the toddler, I gave them like the play tent from Dream Home Decorator and also the slide from the toddler stuff pack. So the tent gets their imagination skill up pretty high, like pretty quickly actually. And then the slide gets their movement skill up pretty quickly as well. So that's nice, I guess. But yeah, anyways, anyways, I just really hope they fix the corruption issues. I don't know. Maybe, hopefully, we'll get an update by November, I guess. Um, I don't know. Anyways, it's just like, I don't know. Anyways, but like as I said before, there are some like bugs that are annoying with Ferent besides corruption that I'm like, do I even want to play with it then? I remember with James Turner when he was doing his Let's Play about Ferent. I mean, I think at the end he did get paid like every Thursday. I don't know if that's like supposed to be the correct day, but I know some people like have trouble getting their rent, or not, like they don't get the rent paid to them basically. I don't know. That's if I play as a landlord though, which I don't know if I would want to, but I did start the very veggie challenge, and the potato generation is generation 5, and they have to play as a landlord. And I'm just like, I'm either going to change that rule for myself and like just basically do something different, I guess. Also there's like a base game version, I guess, for that generation as well. But I just don't know if I want to be a criminal. It depends like when we get to it, I guess, but I mean, I'm just kind of hoping when we get to that point it's fixed, but also I'm like, should I just take a risk? Like I can do like a save as, and I suppose if anything bad happens, I could just give them like both of those saves, I guess, like the save before it happened and then the save when it happened. And it may not happen, but it's just scary because like I don't know, it's just so scary. The thing is like I get so attached to my Sims. So like if anything bad happens, like a corruption issue, I'm going to freak out. So like I guess this is a good reminder to like back up very frequently. Like save your Sims to the gallery. Actually upload your Sims to the gallery. Even if you use like a lot of custom content, really is for you. Upload your bills to the gallery. I guess you can also like just save your tray folder, because that's like all the builds and Sims and rooms you have in your library. So if you didn't want to upload it, I guess you can also frequently save your tray folder. So yeah, like that way if you do need to like redo some things or just bring your Sims to a new save, you have those Sims in that build and whatever, but you shouldn't obviously have to do that. Like for rent is just like such the dream pack. Like I always wanted to build my own apartment, even though if I don't really think I'm that good at building, especially when it comes to that, because like the outside of an apartment building, I feel like that's just rough, especially for me. But like, it's just very helpful because like you can, like you get to create what it looks like, and we don't always have to ask for more apartments and I guess newer packs. But like at this point, just give me like a city living eco lifestyle apartment in a new world, because for rent obviously doesn't work at the moment. But yeah, like the idea for it is just so good, and I always dreamed of being able to like or build my own apartment. But like it just sucks that it's risky to use basically. But this sim, I think the toddler's name is Aurora, and then the mother's name is Sydney, and their last name is Star. And I have Sydney earn her money by selling food on the food stand. Um, I wouldn't say she's doing that good, obviously. Just because like I don't know, but like when you have an infant, you don't have that much time to yourself. So like she didn't really have that much time to sell a lot, and then also just cook a lot of food to sell, and then like she didn't have that much time to paint. And speaking of the infants, or when I had an infant, I guess, like trying to do all the milestones was kind of confusing because if you have UI cheats, you can pretty much like check what like other fine motor skills there are and like what other first milestones there are. So that's what I was doing. Obviously, some of them are not supposed to show up for infants. Like for the first category, I'm pretty sure Woohoo with Grim is listed, and it's like, why is that there? Like that shouldn't be there. I think the ones that are meant for the infant has like infant in the name. Um, so like I pretty much, cause like again, okay, there was two things listed that, or no, there was three things listed that weren't for infants in the first category, I believe. But I did the two other ones. So like one of them was like spend 7 nights in a haunted house, and it didn't check off, and I was like, oh wait a minute, oh is that not for infants? Anyway, she did spend 7 nights at a haunted house, so like whatever. And then also there was like a one where you first got burgled, robbed, I guess. Like your first robbed. I don't even know what to call it. Anyways, your first burglar, but like it's not, I don't know. I can't word it correctly right now, but yeah, there was one like that where you've been robbed for the first time. And I think that also wasn't meant for the infant stage, but I cheated it cuz it did happen. Okay, so like she experienced it. I don't know if she would remember it, but it did happen. So yeah. But I do think obviously the toddler stage is going to be very easy just because like I mean toddlers are just easy. They can really take care of themselves. So that's good, obviously. Um but yeah, the backyard is pretty simple. I think I'm going to have Sydney grow some oversized crops just to I guess bring in some extra money, and then obviously she does have her greenhouse. And yeah, anyways, as you can see, I earned some more money, which is nice, lovely, beautiful. And yeah, I don't really know what to say at this point, honestly, at this point of the build. But hopefully next week, I guess you can, I don't know, see some more creative builds, I suppose, just because like I wouldn't say pre-recording because like that means you've been pre-recording for a reason, but not really. I just been recording a lot, and like those videos just haven't been on the schedule. Like sometimes you obviously record more than you need to, so then you have just like a bunch of videos just sitting there waiting to be posted. So yeah, like this full week I've been posting those videos, I think. So we should be done. I shouldn't have any extra videos. And like for me right now is Tuesday, and I'm only working on a rec center. Obviously that's pretty big, so I should start on it now. Obviously, maybe it's not that big. I don't know. I spent time on it last night. I took 3 hours. I feel like I probably could get done with it today if I'm being honest, which is kind of like, well, did I need to start it this early? I mean, it's better to start it early, sit on it, and then come back to it if you don't like it, I guess. But I actually decided to build it in Oasis Springs on the park lot just because like I was like, you know what? This can be more modern. I don't know. I was kind of going for like, well, I was going for a dark color scheme, but it's not really dark anymore. It's not black. It's more like concrete, gray concrete and dark brown is kind of the vibes. So yeah, I like how it's turning out. Obviously, you can't have everything. Even though it's like a 64 by 64, like obviously you still want grass area. You know, you want outside space. You don't want the whole building to take up every single tile of the lot. But yeah, I think I like how it's turning out. I especially like the outside. Surprisingly, I spent a lot of time on the outside, of course, because obviously that's also important. But if you don't know, I'm not really an exterior person, I feel like. I'm more of an interior person, especially when it comes to homes. But I think I was having fun last night doing the exterior, so I guess that's good. I have fun with this sometimes. I just think starting it out is very stressful because it can come with like a lot of bulldozing. You just don't know what it's gonna look like, so you're just putting squares down and etc. But it looks like we're in debug, so we're looking for I guess, some landscaping, which is nice. We have a pool in the back, which is pretty simple. And I also decorated the mailbox area because I remember seeing like a TikTok where like they were just I guess showing ways to make the mailbox and trash can area look more, just kind of more nice instead of just like plain. So I kind of wanted to try that. So that's what I did. Also, there's like a little bit of red in the front, that was a werewolf, but for some reason they weren't there, but like they left behind their fury. I don't know. It was weird. I think it did end up like fading out the longer I played, but yeah. I mean, the build is pretty much over. I just get some rocks and I probably ended it off with terrain paint. So I think we're gonna jump into the build and I'll give you a look at the build. Or I don't even know if that was good. Oh my gosh, let's just take a look at the build. So this is what it looks like. We have our mailbox area, I have some plants, and then over here is where she's gonna sell her food. This is her table. And then when you walk in, we have a very small entryway, so burglar alarm, mirror, and then we have a very small kitchen. We have music, we have photos, trash can, you know, all the nice stuff, I guess. This is the small dining room. Originally I had a picture right here, but it's not there anymore because it was CC. And then this is the bathroom space. Pretty simple. I should probably have a bathtub, but you know, you can just clean the toddler up in the sink, so that's probably what I'm gonna do. And then this is her bedroom. I gave her a sketch pad, a dresser, an ottoman, mirror, pretty simple. And then across this way is the toddler's bedroom. Again, pretty simple. I mean, it really is simple. So that's that. And then this is the office space. Again, very simple. So we have a desk, we have an easel. So yeah, that is that. And then over here we have our greenhouse. We can see that we have a couple of plants. So like a tulip, crocus, we have a strawberry, and we have begonias. So yeah, she just got all of that from foraging. And then we have a grill area, a pool with a lounge chair, and then just like a table. And then this is where we would grow our oversized crops. So yeah, that is a pretty simple build. I feel like usually I would clutter up more, but obviously she was tight on money, so like, I don't know, like it just feels very empty right here, and it really does feel empty in the office space, but I think that's just because like there's a window right here, doors right here, so like I don't want to block it, and then also this door, so I don't know, but I will upload this to the gallery for you all. My gallery ID is just Delicious Sims, but if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. I love you, you are important, and I'll see you all tomorrow.